Thank you so much. Now we made it. Thanks for making it happen. So my name is Marcus. You maybe heard that already. I want to talk about the next wave of mass adoption via local stablecoins. I think we've all seen in the past years that stablecoins get more and more adoption, especially dollar stablecoins all around the world are used more and more for transactions like payments, remittances, savings, and I think this is a great development. We see more and more infrastructure that makes this happen, that allows for these types of transactions. We see cheaper on and off ramps in many different countries. We see more scalable chains. I mentioned before on Cello already today, you can send a stablecoin transactions that costs less than a basis point in fees, and you can pay for these gas fees also in stablecoin, which I think is a great use case. But today, I want to talk a bit more about why also non-dollar stablecoins, so different local currencies in different markets, are also really important for the next wave of adoption. And I want to talk about that because I'm working on Mento. Mento is an open source EVM platform that allows everyone to launch and operate decentralized, permissionless, and fully transparent stablecoins. It's combined with a highly efficient AMM infrastructure so that users can actually swap their stablecoin into different currencies and therefore either onboard in local currency and then go into a dollar stablecoin, or the other way around, onboard in a dollar stablecoin and then go into a different currency. This then allows for local payments, for use cases like lending, and I want to explore a bit why I think these are extremely important for more adoption of blockchain technology. As you can see, with Mento, we already have different currencies live. We have a Brazilian real, a West African franc, a euro stablecoin, a dollar stablecoin. But we are also about to launch a Naira, a Kenyan shilling, a Philippine peso, Korean won, and many other currencies. And I want to explore, as I said, a bit more why I think these stablecoins are important for end-user transactions. In many countries, and I want to focus a bit on Africa here, you can see higher and higher inflation. This is data from The Economist, and you can see here countries where you have like inflation of 5 to 10%, 10 to 20%, but even countries like Ethiopia and Angola and others, Zimbabwe, where you experience extremely high rates of inflation. We also know this from countries in Latin America, like Argentina, but very high inflation is a really, really good use case for adoption of stablecoins. In countries with high inflation, if you offer people easy access to dollar stablecoins, you actually allow everyone to save in dollars. So you can, for example, onboard into USDT on Cello, you can save in USDT on Cello, and then you are actually having access to a stable currency and therefore maybe go around some of the inflation you're experiencing in your country. But the story is also true the other way around. If you don't want to save, but you actually a small entrepreneur, you maybe have a small business, you maybe want to start a business, maybe you are in one of these countries that experience high inflations, and you need to get a loan. If the only way, because you don't have proper access to a traditional bank, if the only way would be an on-chain or digital loan, and the only stablecoins that are accessible are dollar stablecoins, this can make your life really, really hard. You get a loan in a dollar stablecoin, your local currency depreciates and loses value also against the dollar, but your revenues are in local currencies. And this makes it, therefore, then for you as a small entrepreneur, really, really hard to pay back that loan. Therefore, providing loans in local currencies actually can make your life as an entrepreneur or as a small business much easier, because then on a blockchain, for example on Celo, you can access dollar stablecoins if you want to save, if you want to borrow or get a loan for your business, then you can also access a local currency stablecoin. And exactly for this, we've built the Mento platform, because then this platform allows you to easily go between these different currencies and swap your Kenyan shilling stablecoin into a dollar stablecoin, or swap your Mento peso into the shilling stablecoin. This allows many more use cases. This also allows FX use cases. This allows hedging use cases. We see more and more platforms going live that offer different kinds of FX plays. So for example, currency forwards, currency futures, options, all enabling different kind of FX plays. And therefore, local currency stablecoins are also important for large companies that need to settle internationally and need currencies for settlement. And this is not only like theoretical like stories that was about something that we want to build on in the future. Already today, we have micro-lending projects live in different countries in Africa that allows users to get a loan on the Celo blockchain in local currency, often for micro or small entrepreneurs, microloans that give them some initial liquidity to get their business started, and allow them to pay back that loan in local currencies. There's a lot of different partners that engage in this. Here I've mentioned a few, especially Mercy Corps, Grameen Foundation, the World Food Program, allow already users to also get microloans to build their business in digital currencies. And therefore I think this, given a huge credit gap, especially across Africa, will drive a large wave of adoption going forward. So I've mentioned basically the FX trading use case. I've mentioned also that local currency stablecoins allow users to on-ramp much easier into digital currencies. I also want to talk a bit about microfunding. I also think this is interesting, not only credit, but also equity funding, crowdfunding via local stablecoins is a great use case for local currency stablecoins. And we see that more and more users actually use this. This also is linked to the fact that it's much easier now to use stablecoins, to make transactions with stablecoins. Many wallets are much easier to access, also for end users, and this drives this adoption that we see now. I want to call out one example for a wallet. Opera launched a wallet for Africa that is called MiniPay. And with MiniPay, users can very, very easy like send payments across borders, send remittances, send transactions to any phone number around the world. All of this is happening on Celo. And because of this, we see basically an increase of adoption around the world. What we've built at Mento Labs is something that we've called the Stablecoin Factory. The Stablecoin Factory is in the end open source code that we make accessible for everyone who wants to launch a local currency stablecoin. You always need the same infrastructure for a stablecoin. You need smart contracts that allow you to mint and redeem a stablecoin. You need oracles that bring the price of local fiat currencies on chain. You need in some form a way how collateral can be stored, and users can actually see that collateral is actually in place. And we want to make this infrastructure available to anyone in the EVM world, so that no matter where you are, no matter where you build, you can actually access this infrastructure for your local currency stablecoins, and then allow your users to lend, save, borrow, transact in stablecoins. And I've talked a bit about microcredit. I've talked a bit about saving and lending. I want to mention also remittances again, because this is as well a great use case of stablecoins. We've heard all about the statistics that, for example, in Ghana, only 1/3 of the population has access to a bank account, but 95% of the population have access to a mobile phone. So making stablecoins accessible on the mobile phone, making them usable in a very easy way would actually help. And we are not there yet. And you can see that on looking at the price of remittances. If you want to, for example, send money from Germany, where I'm from, to Ghana, currently the price of remittances is around 23%. And we have all this technology working already, and prices are still this high. Therefore, for me, it's really exciting to see that now all of this infrastructure is there, that we can change this. As I mentioned, more easy-to-use wallets, more accessible on and off ramps, local currency stablecoins, the ability to pay for transactions in stablecoin, cheaper transactions, and all of this, I think, can actually change these statistics that we see here. That's it from my side already. I only have 20 seconds left. Feel free to follow us on Twitter. This is the link to Mentor Labs. And yeah, would be excited to meet more of you and chat a bit more about stablecoins. Thank you very much.